Placement team requirement. Very generally, I'm saying which are required. First, your Gmail, two Gmail ID and password required without any OTP. Two-way verification. Now the second, this particular information, this Excel sheet you will receive from Khushbu ma'am. In this Excel sheet, actually, what is in personal detail, you will have to say the complete personal detail, your Aadhaar card, PAN card, Aadhaar card number, PAN card numbers, your passport numbers, if you are carrying the passport. Some of the organization, they require the passport as well. So if you don't have the passport, suppose you get selected in Wipro, in this case, Wipro asked you password, and if you do not give the password, they asked you to apply passport. If you do not have the passport, then in this case, Wipro will ask you to apply for the passport and to provide them AR number, request numbers. So in personal, these all details are required. Your complete postal address are required, permanent address along with the PIN code and complete address, right? House numbers, district, and it's a state, and everything is required basically. Now, in a company detail, you have resume, you have what is this? Anjali, what is this? Anjali Pune. You have written something on chat. Please avoid any chat communication. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in a personal, that is in this Excel sheet, you will receive from Khushbu ma'am. You'll have to fill up this particular Excel sheet, right?
Okay, sir.
One Aadhaar card. That is Aadhaar card. You'll have to provide Aadhaar card, PAN card, and your passport size pics. These all things are required, right? Now, these all things, what you will give, suppose you are sharing this particular, in this case, suppose you'll have to rename this. So how you will rename, that suppose Sachin, he's giving all this detail, then Sachin, this you will have to go with this. You will have to rename everything. You will have to rename everything, and then you will have to share to the Sati ma'am in by WhatsApp to Sati ma'am. Because behalf of you, Sati ma'am will communicate to HR. As I told to you, in your screening round, whatever they asked you, it's your total year of experience. They asked you whether you have the technical any certificate or not. They asked you that is what is your joining date to the organization, and what is your current relieving date. So in this Excel sheet, in this particular Excel sheet, you will get this all questions. Whether you are comfort to work in 24/7 or not. What is your current salary and what is your expectation? All this set of questions which are mentioned in this Excel sheet. Okay. So when you will write everything to this Excel sheet, definitely on time of interview, based on your questions, based on your answers, the HR will write the same answers what the person has spoken to you, that write these answers and will take the confirmation in written from your side, as you're not informing, because in behalf of you, eVision is informing, because behalf of you, eVision is informing. So definitely you'll have to give all details to us. Company also required your Aadhaar card and PAN card and passport size. So this all document you will provide. This is in a PDF format. This is in a PDF format. Second, and this is understood. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now third is what? See, whenever you receive your interview call, you will receive one in a single day, 3 to 4 call. Someday it might be the 2 interview calls, someday it might be 1 interview call, and someday it would be more than 4 to 5 interview calls. So you are engaged to your interview call. So you'll have to keep this thing in your mind that the period of interviews you'll have to be very free. You are informing to the company currently you are working. So currently you are working to the organization, you are engaged to 9 to 6 job or 9 to 7 job or 9 to 8 job. Means you are all time active, because definitely every people in a organization, they are active. People there at home, they are not active actually. Sometimes they are lazy, and sometimes they are like, no, it's on bed, or sometimes they engage in household activity and everything. And this, but as you are carrying resume and you're informing that I'm working till date, means that is a day of interview you are in a company. So company expect that you must be like all time ready. You are ready for the interviews. So my suggestion for you, in during the 6 to 7 days time, you will have to free with all kind of other things, right? Not be engaged to any other household activity, like some of the other engagement, like outside work, and you'll have to be all time ready for the interview call, right? You'll have to make your ringatone high and everything. This is one thing. The second thing, that will have to be take the complete responsibility and accountability for each and every interview call. You will not leave the interview, or you will not take the interview anything anyway casual, right? You have to be sincere for the interviews. So this madam, the Khushbu madam will share you one format to you, that is 7 point of notes, and that for every interview you will have to make in a logs. This particular log help you a lot. These particular logs help you a lot. Suppose you get one interview from the Wipro in the morning, it's 9:30 around, and the interviewer inform that I'm Manisha, I'm from the Wipro Infotech, and right. So this is one. This is the job profile for the system analyst, and the job location is it's a 100 feet road it's this particular location in Bangalore, and the salary is an offering is 2.6 lakhs per annum, near about it's 21,000, somewhere around 22,000. This is an office job, work to office job. So in this case, this is one interview. The second interview you will receive from one other person. His name is Mahesh, and he called up from the Cognizant. He said, "This is the interview call from the service analyst profile again, and this is in a third party payroll, and that is a Cognizant. And the person is called up you from the other organization as in a Progressive Infotech. So Progressive Infotech is the payroll organization, and Cognizant is the it's in a client location for you. And the person name is Mahesh for you. And the salary is again it's a 2.8 around. And this is a day shift job, and designation is a system analyst and salary and all. So suppose you get on a 3 to 4 interview call, you would be missed with a name and the company and it's a payroll organization or it's a client and everything, definitely. So if without making a logs of this particular, you would be simply everything would be you will missed. You would not be serious with this. So what is the requirement of the e-vision? That for every interview call, you will have to make points of notes. So what is the notes? You are getting me? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
HR name, who called up to you, the payroll company, client company, designation, and then it's a work from office, okay, work from home, or work to office, or report to office, whatever. And third is in a work, the mode of interview, HR name, Manish, payroll company, FutureSoft Solution Private Limited, client TCS, designation desktop engineer, salary 2.6 LPA. It's a report to office, work to office. Telephonic interview or WebEx interview or face-to-face interview. Very less number of interview call comes with the face-to-face. So this is one interview call for TCS. In a day, if you get in a 3 interview call, again you'll have to make a 3 log sheet. This log sheet help a lot to you. See, try to understand everything that IT is one is in a hard work, one is smart work. And you people want to be smart in this industry. You don't want to be a worker job worker. You want to be a good professional. So professional, they have some ethics, some values, some type of practice, some type of standard functions, something. So this particular notes is very important for you, because I have seen some of the some of the comments that, sir, I have received one offers And next 3 days later, I have received one other offers, and simultaneously I received 3-4 offers, right? So which is, but I have choose one offers that is in a Wipro one, firstly, and now I thought I should select the TCS, Cognizant, anyone. So what is your suggestion for me? So why this all good offers, and how the person gets selected with one organization or two organization? Because of this particular practice, the person always be attentive, always be sincere, always be, it's in a careful. If you are not, then in this case, you will say, Madam, I had received one interview call from this organization, but and that is in a this profile it was, and a salary, but I didn't note a HR name, and I don't have the records. But HR said that they are conducting the second round of technical interview. Please help me out. Please check mail and help me. Definitely, this is not a right approach to say to the Sati ma'am. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood, sir.
We are getting it.
Approach
Sir,
to the
I
Sati.
understood.
So ideally, that you will have to be honest. You will have to be sincere. You will have to be very particular that I have received the interview call, this organization, this HR, this if you are unable to hear the HR name, then in this case, this is your right to take the company name, HR person name. You can ask the HR person name, ma'am, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name, please inform. This is a very confident communication. You have to delegate your answers, understand it. Second thing is you are informing your things, you're not justifying your things. To informing some things, you have to prepare your things well. Justifying it means that is something which is not correct or somehow incorrect, and you are trying to justify it. So you will not justify your things. You will simply informing your things because you are working to the organization. This is a genuine one. You should feel like this. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, that you will have to play very offensively. That do not be defensive. Otherwise, you will simply spoil your interview. So this is the third thing that I told to you, that you will have to share to the madam. For every interview call, you will have to make a logs. Interview logs is mandatory to prepare. Mandatory to prepare. Each interview call is mandatory to prepare. Mind it. It's very important. Now the second question. See, you are working to the organization, so this is very obvious that if you're working payroll of innovative district services, then you should have the offer letters. Definitely the company has given the offer letter, then based on that only you join to the organization. So whenever the interviewer asks you whether whether you have the document or not, you will simply say, yeah, I have the documents. Definitely I have the documents. Who provide the without the documents, how I can join the organization? So I'm carrying the documents. So you have the offer letters of the organization, right? That you admitted, because some of the people, they casually say, no, sir, I don't have the documents. How this could be possible? You are currently working to the organization and you don't have the document. So you'll have to somehow give the smart answers, my dear friend. So informing that you are carrying the e-vision documents. This is one thing, means you have the offer letter of the company. This is very obvious that as you are working to the organization. They asked you whether you have the salary slip or not. How you are getting the salary? You said, I'm getting the salary cash in hand and I'm getting the per month salary slip. Definitely you are getting the salary from the organization. So you should have the salary slip, and you are having the salary slip. that you say like, no, per month I am getting the salary slip, and based on that I get a cash in hand salary. That you will have to admit it. You have to inform it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Suppose they asked you to provide the salary slip and all the document. That in this case you will say like, no, finally let every interview to be done, my technical interview to be done. On final of the, like, no, final selection status. When I get a confirmation from you, madam, definitely I will submit all the documents to you as per the requirement. If they asked you to submit the document before to conducting your interview call, this sometime this happened that they asked you to submit some of the document, that is salary slip and offer letters, before giving you final, it's in a HR confirmation. Then in this case, you will have to submit your 50% of the payment. And in other case, if they confirm to you, remember, if they confirm to you that you are selected, and in this case, you'll have to submit all your document, means relieving, offers, salary slip, everything. And in this case, you'll have to pay your final payment.
Sir,
Let me
it means